Imagine this. The crowd is roaring, the engine's deafening roar cuts through the air, and Kuraudo Cloud Toda takes his final lap. He's on top of the world. He's trained for years, fought through pain, endured countless crashes, each one worse than the last. Yet here he is, still standing, still racing. But what nobody in the crowd knows, what nobody could have predicted, is that this would be the last time they'd ever see Kuraudo on his bike again. At just 23 years old, Kuraudo Toda was not only a rising star in the world of motocross, he was a symbol of resilience, passion, and undeniable talent. People flocked to events just to see him ride, drawn in by his fearless approach and electrifying presence on the track. He had this incredible ability to turn danger into triumph, turning each race into a spectacle. But on that fateful day in 2015, everything took a devastating turn. Now, before we dive deeper into those heart-stopping moments, let me take you through who Kuraudo really was, how he became the rider everyone admired, and what led to those tragic final minutes. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Born in Japan in 1992, Kuraudo Cloud Toda was a natural athlete from the start. His love for motocross began when he was just a child. By the time he was 6, he was already riding motorcycles, and it wasn't long before he began competing in local competitions. He had an intense love for the sport, the kind that consumes every part of you. For Kuraudo, motocross wasn't just a sport, it was his life. His family supported his passion, despite the obvious risks that come with extreme sports. He would practice for hours on end, determined to perfect every move, every jump, every turn. But as with any extreme sport, motocross isn't just about skill, it's about surviving the unpredictable. And Kuraudo knew that better than anyone. By the time he hit his late teens, Kuraudo was already making waves internationally. He competed in races all over Asia and soon caught the eye of motocross enthusiasts worldwide. What made him special wasn't just his speed or agility on the bike, it was the way he pushed the boundaries. Kuraudo didn't shy away from danger, he embraced it. His stunts became legendary. Risky jumps, sharp turns, and moments where it looked like he was just inches away from disaster, but he always managed to pull through. Fans admired him for his daring attitude, and competitors respected him for his skill. However, with risk comes consequences, and for Kuraudo, that meant injuries. Throughout his career, he endured numerous crashes, some minor, others severe. There were broken bones, concussions, and countless scrapes. But each time, Kuraudo got back on the bike. Why? Because for him, racing was worth every ounce of pain. His tenacity only increased his popularity. It was as if nothing could stop him. But sometimes the body can only take so much before it breaks. 2015 was supposed to be Kuraudo's year. He had been training rigorously, determined to make a mark on the international stage. There was excitement in the air, a feeling that something big was about to happen. But, as fate would have it, that something big wasn't the victory everyone anticipated. It was a tragedy that would shake the motocross world. The day started like any other. The sun was shining and the crowd was buzzing with excitement as Kuraudo lined up for what seemed like just another race. But this wasn't just any race. It was a high-profile event, with the best of the best competing for the top spot. Kuraudo was confident. He had done this 1,000 times before. As the race began, he quickly shot to the front, weaving between riders with the precision of someone who had mastered his craft. Lap after lap, Kuraudo pushed harder, taking risks that others wouldn't dare. His bike soared through the air, his body perfectly in sync with the machine. But then, in what seemed like a split second, everything changed. As Kuraudo attempted one of his signature jumps, something went horribly wrong. Mid-air, he lost control. The bike twisted, and he came crashing down. The crowd fell silent. At first, it seemed like just another crash, one that Kuraudo would shake off, like he had done so many times before. But as seconds turned into minutes, the realization hit. This was different. Kuraudo wasn't moving. Medics rushed onto the scene, the tension palpable. Fans watched in horror, hoping for the best but fearing the worst. What they didn't know was that this crash was catastrophic. The impact had caused severe internal injuries, injuries that would soon prove to be fatal. Kuraudo was rushed to the hospital, but despite the best efforts of the medical team, there was nothing they could do. In the hours that followed, the world learned the heartbreaking news. Kuraudo Cloud Toda had passed away. The motocross community was in shock. How could someone so full of life, so fearless, be gone just like that? Tributes poured in from all over the world. Riders, fans, and friends mourned the loss of a legend. But even in death, Kuraudo's legacy lived on. His passion, his determination, and his love for the sport would never be forgotten. So what went wrong? How could such a talented rider, someone so skilled and experienced, meet such a tragic end? The exact cause of the crash was later determined to be a mechanical failure, something that no amount of skill or preparation could have prevented. It was a freak accident, the kind that reminds us just how dangerous this sport can be. Motocross, as thrilling and exciting as it is, comes with immense risks. Riders like Kuraudo know this, and yet they choose to face those risks head-on. It's what makes them extraordinary, but it's also what makes losses like this so painful. Kuraudo Toda wasn't just a rider, he was an inspiration, and his death was a stark reminder of the price that sometimes comes with living life on the edge. But even now, years later, Kuraudo's story serves as a powerful reminder of the beauty and the danger of chasing your dreams, no matter the cost.